Hey, what's up? This is going to be kind of a two-parter review. First of all, in a previous video, which I'd recommend that you guys watch again, Trash and Fashion, we talked about how not DVR, the recording cut off the last, minute or two, so we weren't able to see exactly how it exactly ended. So, we're going to talk about it real quick. Bertram and Zuri are kind of doing are kind of doing a bike riding simulator
Mm-hmm.
on
In the TV room.
yeah, on stationary bikes.
Yeah.
And then Bertram kind of falls to the side and gets it.
Yep. And Zuri is like, "Hey, what happened to the seat? Where is the seat?"
I didn't want to say what happened, but yeah.
Oh, okay. And then Bertram was like, "You don't want to know."
How is it that you can fall? How is it that you can fall on a stationary bike sideways?
Well, because it can't go forward or backwards.
Mm.
You'd have to fall either way.
Hasn't happened to me yet, and I kind of don't want it to.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of have to pay for our gym membership.
Yep.
Anyway, now we're going to talk about Season 2, episode... What episode is this?
I'm not sure.
You sure? Season 2, episode 3, Make New Friends but Hide the Old Ones.
Right. It was going
Doesn't
back
exactly
to
cover... I guess
it kind of does.
The Make New Friends part does. The Hide the Old Ones doesn't really.
Maybe Luke with Kenny.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know,
was
his friend.
The show had three main plots. There wasn't really it was like 3 separate mini episodes that vaguely connected around each other. They weren't they kind of all got equal time.
Mm-hmm.
Jessie and Bertram were mainly side characters.
Right. They were happy it was the first day of school.
Mm-hmm. And Debbie Ryan did say that season 2 would focus more on the kids than Jessie because season 1 was about introducing Jessie to the kids.
Right.
Don't ask me how I know that. I just do. I'm a cat. Aren't I adorable?
Okay,
now I'm gonna have to post a bunch of cat pictures in this.
Oh wow.
Anyway, so the Emma storyline was where Emma befriends Rosie, right?
Yes.
Who is kind of like a tough as nails, too cool for school, grew up on the wrong side of the tracks kind of girl.
Mm-hmm.
Where she talks about how you go to... Where do you go? You go to Manhattan, and then you go to Manhattan and then you keep walking until your purse gets stolen. Right. That's where she lives?
Yep, in the Bronx.
Oh, okay. And then another one was to go from Emma's house to her house. She has to take what? 3 trains?
3 trains and a bus to get where her aunt can pick her up with the garbage truck.
Where it's where does she live?
Far, far away.
Mm-hmm. Rosie, in my opinion, I'm just going to cut to the chase.
She was like an activist.
She had some of the better lines in this episode.
Because one day she came to school and she was wearing the plastic rings to soda or juice bottles or whatever.
Yeah. And no one else, and no other item because this is a kids show review.
And she talked about the birds. I thought she was going to throw in about the fish too, but she only talked about the birds. Their beaks getting caught and stuff. So we cut up all of our plastic rings.
So yeah, Emma is kind of friends with this girl, and they kind of get teamed up as group partners to do a project. And Rosie kind of uses Emma and then kind of insults her.
Yes, she had her dress up like a Barbie doll.
A Barbie doll that has taken vitamins.
Yeah. Dress up as a Barbie doll.
And I mean that in that she's muscular. And Kay, a woman, can talk about what I mean, so that way I don't get too much hate mail.
But I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay? So she puts her in a box. So she's like a Barbie doll in a box.
Yeah.
And then
they even reference that with You look like Ken died.
Yeah. When she came home from school because she was very embarrassed and upset. And so Jessie said to her, "You look like Ken died," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "I had the worst day ever." And Jessie is trying to get Zuri to do her homework.
That's the B plot.
So that is like a task in itself. And so she tried to make a deal with Zuri on the second day of school. If you do all of your homework...
You didn't want to talk about the wackiness before it?
Well...
Okay, you don't have
what?
to.
About her sneaking into the TV room and...
How she tried... Yeah.
She was feeding Mrs. Kipling her homework papers with peanut butter on it.
And said if you do good, you can have math homework for dessert.
Yeah, spelling homework. And then...
vocab homework or something like that.
And then Jessie's like, "Well, it's a good thing your teacher emailed me your worksheets."
Be like, "Oh no, the lizard ate my homework." Pretty sure the teacher's never heard that one.
Before, yeah. So Zuri just did not want to do homework, but she didn't think that she was going to be smart enough to do the homework of that grade.
You really like spoiling stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Just why? You spoil
I was
stuff
just talking about it.
Then what's the point of watching stuff if you're gonna spoil stuff, or at least give a warning?
Well, they'll watch it anyway. They'll watch it anyway.
And then the third it's weird calling them subplots because there's essentially no main plot. They're all like individual plots,
but they kind of join, and Jessie has a lesson for each of them.
Mm-hmm. And then in the third plot, it revolves around how Jessie packed Kenny the koala into Luke's backpack.
Right.
Which I may or may not know of somebody that may or may not have had a blanket that their grandma may have knit them that brought that to school on some days.
Yeah.
Anyway, this episode brought back some memories.
So anyway, as he's trying to put his backpack into the locker,
put Kenny back in.
Yeah.
A bunch of kids find out, and Ravi decides to take the blame and say like, "Oh, he's mine. He's my koala walla." And then the kids start teasing Ravi, and it gets worse and worse. Like, there's one part where he hides in the garbage can, and he actually says he burrowed like a hiding spot.
Yeah, it was his panic room.
Yeah, and then in that everyone throws like spit wads at him.
Yeah,
including the hall monitor.
Yeah,
which that had. I'm sorry, spoiler. It had another one of my favorite lines, like Luke saying, "Come on, home monitors are supposed to protect and serve."
Serve and protect.
Yeah. So, Luke kind of feels really bad, and
well, because Jessie brought it up to him that Ravi was taking the fall, and Luke needed to stand up.
So, out of guilt, he does, and it kind of works for him.
Right. All of
Don't say it.
What?
Because it's like the last few minutes. Anyway, who do you think was the MVP star of this episode?
I'm tossed between Emma and Zuri.
I'm torn between Emma and Luke.
Oh, Luke, yeah.
Like, it showed Luke being, like, more mature instead of just doing, like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. But it was a subplot of all three, so it could have been any one of them.
I didn't like how they didn't really connect with each other.
Jessie connected with each of them.
Yeah, Jessie connected them, but it would have been cool if they had
some of the other
episodes. I guess Zuri doesn't go to that school. Or does she?
No, she goes to a grade school.
Okay, so that would make sense, but...
The boys go to junior high, and then she goes to high school.
Emma doesn't go to the same school?
No, she goes to high school.
I thought she was, like, the same age.
No. She's high school, remember? Remember the teacher said, "Welcome to high school art class or
Okay,
something.
then okay, never mind. So that's why they didn't connect with each other. I thought they did.
Yeah.
I
think they showed the same school for both situations, you know.
gotta love stock footage, right? I've already said a bunch of my favorite lines. What were some of yours? Oh, I've got another one that Rosie said that I liked.
Go ahead.
Emma was telling, or two parts with Rosie. Emma was telling Jessie about like today she organized an anti-pep rally.
Yeah.
What would that be protesting?
I don't know.
Schools? And then when Jessie said, you know, you gotta try to be nice. She's like, okay. And then she asks Rosie, what do you like to do? And she says, stick it to the man.
Yeah. Okay.
That made me laugh. I'm sorry. I would tell people to watch this episode.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just for Rosie's parts.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. And Zuri trying to get out of homework.
Mm-hmm.
And to see Bertram and Jessie dancing because...
Yeah, doing like the fire hydrant or something.
Yeah, the kids were going back to school.
Or like
End
a
of
70s
summer.
style dance.
They didn't even get to finish breakfast and Bertram started picking up their plates.
Can you talk about Luke trying to eat
and
at
Luke
the end?
is like, I'm still eating. So Luke gets underneath him by the trash can, like, you know, trying to catch scrambled eggs in his mouth to
and
be
toast.
able to eat.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, we gotta take care of some things, but we'll be back with another episode later today. Bye!
Bye!
Oh, do me a favor. Subscribe, because that's what the cool kids are doing, and it's healthier than insert teen thing that is really dumb that a lot of people are doing on YouTube. Bye!